Hi guys, so very welcome to Mentor, yet another video podcast. As always, I hope you're all doing fantastic. So, I'm out here just playing a little bit with the kids, and I thought I'm going to answer a question that I have received more and more frequently lately. And it's one of those questions that we airline pilots generally don't really want to talk too much about, because it's, it's kind of like talking to adult people about Santa Claus and fairies and things like that. The question is about chemtrails. Okay, so what is chemtrails? Do chemtrails exist? Are commercial pilots actually trying to poison the atmosphere, the people, and control the weather? That's the question. So I'm going to attack this in a scientific way. Okay, I'm going to explain to you what contrails, which is the actual name of chemtrails, is, how they're formed, what it is that you see, and then I'm going to leave it up to you guys whether or not to believe it or not. Okay, that's the easiest way of doing this. So condensation trails are pretty much exactly what it sounds like. So when a jet engine burns jet fuel at high altitudes in low ambient temperatures, like from about 26,000 feet and up to maximum service ceiling of the aircraft, the engines will produce a couple of major components. One of them being water vapor, the other one being CO2, and also some kind of slag products like sulfur, for example. Okay. So the engines are basically pushing this out into the atmosphere. Now, when they do so at temperatures well below zero, first of all, nothing would happen for the first couple of milliseconds because the gases are just too hot. And as soon as the gases cools down, the sulfur and the slag products that are produced are going to be what's called condensation cores, on which the water vapor, when it cools down, will condensate and form water droplets, commonly known as clouds at that altitude. Okay, after that they will freeze and they will turn into ice crystals. So that's the reason why when you look at an aircraft and you see the contrails after them, the first little bit behind the aircraft is free, and then it will turn white and it will form those nice white streaks in the sky. Okay, depending on the outside conditions, so how much humidity there is in the air, for example, or how stable the air is, they will either stay there for a long time, and if it's really stable in the atmosphere, they will form cirrus clouds that kind of streaks out and stays as cirrus cloud. And if there's a lot of air traffic, there's going to be a lot of cirrus clouds formed from contrails. If the atmosphere is very dry, then the water vapor will just be absorbed into the gases around it, and it will not form these types of clouds. That's why you will see a contrail appearing and then disappearing and then starting again. Okay, that's the easy answer to it. That's contrails at altitude. People are also saying that, well, they're only forms at altitude. Why do I see sometimes that there are like white streaks coming out of the aircraft from the aircraft wings when it's landing? That's something else. When the aircraft is in landing configuration, or basically any time that the aircraft is using a lot of lift from the wings, so also in the takeoff configuration, since the wing is curved with the flaps and there's a lot of lift being exerted, there will be a lot of pressure difference between the underside and the top side of the wing. And whenever you have that, when you have a rapid decrease in pressure, it can form condensation as well. So that's what you see. During the takeoff, landing, and it's really moist outside, it will form either over the wing, it's like close to the flaps, or over the whole top wing of the surface, or outside by the winglets. It will form some streaks, and that is just condensated air, basically water vapor, because of the pressure difference. So those are the scientific facts behind chemtrails. That's what people, when they see these, they look and they say, look, chemtrails, water vapor. That's what it is. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I really enjoy these kind of questions that you send in. Maybe the chemtrail one is not one of my favorites, but all the other questions that you send in, greatly appreciated. Continue doing so, and I will continue to try to answer them both in the comment section, but also as part of podcasts if I think that they're interesting enough. For now, I'm going to continue to play with my kids. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time.